So, hey guys, first of all, it's Lauren. You know what I do. I always have fun with what I do. Uh, so, let me give you guys a rundown of what Nafia is going to be like this next semester and some of the things that are going to be opening and some things that may be closing. I'm not going to tell you that all of this information is going to be good, but it's going to be shaky at best. First of all, I want to talk about some of the new races that are coming out. With the race builder in some people's hands, it's gotten some really good results, and I'm happy with some of the stuff that's been coming out. But I'm gonna try to stick to the book as much as possible. Some of the things that I am going to bring out are Nephian exclusive races. Um, you'll be very excited. I think we got about 5 races that are coming out that's going to be really good. We'll have a book and everything up on them when we get to the chance and everything. Um, the things I do want to talk to you about, don't laugh at me, I'm reading this whole thing off of a whole list of things I got. Magic is exceeding +5. Rings, shields, armor, weapons, everything will exceed +5 because the call for better equipment is becoming greater. Because at level 20, you have +5 gear, so I figured at level 80, we're going to need +20 gear, which is going to fix itself up over time. Divine casters will now have to be within 5 levels. They have to be at least 5 levels less to be able to resurrect a character. And after much thinking on that one, we have the characters that can resurrect, but they're much more rare. For people under level 20, this won't affect you too bad. But for people who are up into the epic levels, you need to start watching that. Um, Something you need to be worried about is it's going to be a little bit easier to die this semester, and I'm actually going to implore a system shock survival thing. Everybody will start at 99%, so don't be worried if your constitution is low, but you still need to worry because your constitution's low. The way I've been coming up for a designation for system shock survival is when you die, you will roll a d8, and you will take in whatever it is, it becomes a negative number. You add your con modifier. If your con modifier negates it to where it should be a 0, you always lose at least 1 point. Guilds will now have their own designated armor design. Right now, there's only 3 guilds in Nafia, and I've already contacted the other 2 people because Star Dragons are mine. They've always been mine. I've already contacted the other 2 people on their armor designs. They're working some stuff up. It's looking really cool. Worshipping the god will now give you a +1 stat bonus depending on who the god is, and you'll get an automatic class skill. So we'll have things ready for the gods when the time comes. We're really hoping that it will give more diversity to characters as well. New areas will be open for play. I've tried to say this before, and I'm not sure what some people think about it. But the new areas that are opening for play are going to be very good. The contest results are out, and I have them posted. Those areas will be open as well. I'm not going to lead you by the hand this semester. I'm going to give you the items that tell you where you need to go, but where you want to go for that game is totally up for you. There are going to be new modes of transportation now. I'm not just going to let you go walking through gates and stuff. I'm going to make you work for it. Teleporting magic, only if you have it. Higher level casters and stuff. City gates. There's gates that warp each city. They're going to be 250 gold a person. That's a lot of money, guys. That's a party of 4 is going to cost 1,000 gold to go through these city gates. So you better make sure if you're going to use one, it's worth a damn good reason. Trains are now going to be open, but the trains don't go to some places. Per city, the main city with the train station is Hero. Hero can go you can go anywhere from Hero, but you can't go. Sorry for yawning. You can't go to Sulance or High Plateau by train. You have to find another way. Boats, yes, there's going to be underwater boats and submarines, guys. Submarines have been open before. Boats have been open before, so those aren't really weird. Airship is the biggest one I'm concerned about. We're opening airship, but you also need to understand that they are a very heavy risk at the same time because aerial battles are going to start taking place because Clockwork City is in the sky as well. Horseback, this is not out of date. Don't laugh at it. And if you have to walk, all the shocker lizards everywhere. Um, okay. Also, this year we're going to make people designate a city, locking down your knowledge local. If you have knowledge local from another world, it will still provide you common sense rolls. Experience tables are going to be slightly modified. The level cap is now 82, and that is the cap at the moment. I don't see anybody getting up to 82 yet, because that's crazy, but it's up there. Increased damage on the weapons is going to diminish greatly because we have so many people. Like, if you're wanting to be a DPS, you can easily be a DPS by taking the right feats. So we really don't need the increased damage weapons, so I'm fixing to start striking them. That does not mean I'm going to strip people of them. If you already have one, you're going to keep it. Armor is now going to exceed the +5. I've said that already. But we are not throwing the book away. Going back with my dad, we found a lot of first edition monsters that played important roles in Nephia, and we're going to go back and grab them and start reproducing them into Nephia from the first edition books. So you can already tell that it's going to be some sort of insanity that is going to be so much fun. But it's a lot of work on me as well, guys, so don't worry. No beholders. No beholders. Also, all the countries will have sheets that will explain their statistics. We might be able to do this online on the Quick Reference website. I'm going to try, but I'm still checking it out, seeing what I can and cannot do with it. Monsters in the Underdark. I'm going to warn you guys, there are 3 locations where you don't want to get around if you're in the Underdark, and that's Under Garrison, Underworld Castle, and below High Plateau. This is going to be common knowledge for all characters. The main reasons why is because the things down there you really don't want to mess with. It took level 100 characters and killed them, so you really don't want to mess with them. Evil characters will now be played in Nephia, but the only warning I'm going to give is if you give me a reason to know you're evil, or you give your party a reason to know you're evil, or anything like that, they have the right to kill you, so don't get upset. Stat scores with a 1 will not be re-rolled multiple times. Stats are getting real high. We're having people with 3 or 4, 16 or higher scores. So now if you roll a 1 and you roll another 1, that's it, guys. You got to keep the 1. But you do get 1 free re-roll on the 1s. Players will now be charged with teleporting to different cities, which I have already covered. Encounters out in the wild now have random tables. Those tables aren't fully set up yet because it's a lot of world to fix, but I'm slowly working on some of it and getting some of the terrains and stuff down. You should definitely expect dragons behind Garrison. That's actually a joke for those of you who get it because they're not dragons at all. City governors will have sheets that will keep them. I've already said this. Each town will have a small special ability. The reason for this is because if you're in your hometown, I want to give you a special ability to let you play on your home turf. So that's going to be a whole lot of new gameplay there. I'm really wanting everybody to really focus down and break down onto the idea of what they want out of Nephia. It's, I just tell the story. You guys live it, and as y'all can tell from my shirts and stuff I've been wearing here lately, I support Cleric Link as a joke. But seriously, we are working on some of the content. It is 3:30 a.m. where I am. I couldn't sleep. I got up and I'm just like, Nephia. I think I released like 3 Did You Knows and a story arc. And I got to get a hold of a lot of people because a lot of the stuff is moving. Now, for some of you who don't understand fully what's going on right now, there's going to be another video here soon that's going to slowly update everybody, which I hope will help. But the thing you guys really need to know is there are people from another world that are equal and equivalent to powers of people in our world, and stronger, invading through a rift in a dimension. That's how it works. That's what's been going on this whole time. That's what the wonder is. He's anti-any from another world. There you go. I just told you the whole story. So there you go, guys. uh, that's the new rule settings and a little bit of information for Nephia. I'll keep posting videos and stories for people. Some of the stories are being played. Some of them are NPCs. If you see Alara, she's a complete NPC. She's just telling story right now. So, yeah. There you go, guys. Be good.